this is something new that I haven't seen. This is talking about using a Snapdragon 775, which no one has talked about. This is new for me, and it'll apparently debut sometime the third quarter of the year, which then begs me to ask, what is this Snapdragon 775 going to be like? For people who don't know, we've talked about this. The Snapdragon 765 is the chipset that is reportedly coming into the Pixel 5, the OnePlus Z. It's currently on the LG Velvet. I believe one of the Razer 2 is going to have it, but then Qualcomm also announced a Snapdragon 768G series chipset, which is an overclocked version of the Snapdragon 765. So, what is the Snap 775? Is this a completely different chipset? And I don't. So I haven't read this article. I did see the title, and that's why I was just like, oh, these two connect. So what you need to know: a new rumor claims Xiaomi is working on a phone with 12 times optical zoom and a whopping 120 times digital zoom. The phone is also tipped to be powered by an unannounced Snapdragon 775 chipset. It could possibly be a successor to last year's Mi Note 10. Okay, so just like we were talking about, Xiaomi's Mi Note 10 was the world's first phone to feature Samsung's ISOCELL bright HMX 108 megapixel camera sensor. No wonder Grant is wanting me to look into this phone, because apparently it has really good camera specs for 440 bucks. According to a new rumor, the company could be working on a successor to the Mi Note 10 with some major upgrades under the hood. As per tipster Xiaomishka, Xiaomi is working on a phone with an impressive periscope camera module with 12 times optical zoom and 120 times digital zoom. The Mi Note 10 uses a 5 times optical zoom lens, while Huawei's P40 Pro Plus offers a 10 times optical zoom camera. So let's see here. The phone's 12 times optical zoom camera definitely sounds promising, but we're not all that excited about the 120 times digital zoom capability. Samsung's Galaxy S20 Ultra, which offers 100 times quote space zoom, fails to deliver usable photos at 100 times magnification. So yeah, even with this, bragging about or talking about 120 times zoom, I digital zoom, I wouldn't hold your breath. I don't think it's going to be the greatest either. But the fact that they're going to work on a 12 times optical, that might be promising. While there is no word on how many cameras the phone will have on the back, the tipster claims it will use an upgraded 108 megapixel Samsung ISOCELL HM2 sensor. Since Samsung hasn't officially announced the sensor yet, we do not know what improvements it brings to the table. The upcoming Xiaomi smartphone, which is apparently codenamed CAS, is said to feature an unannounced Snapdragon 775 chipset under the hood. Who? Oh, was it from Xiaomishka? Is that who leaked that? Unsurprisingly, the phone is tipped to have 5G support and NFC as well. As for the phone's launch timeframe, Xiaomishka suggests it is likely to debut sometime in July. That's a that's crazy to me that they're going to have they've I mean, I guess the 765G chipset has been around now for a bit, and then they just announced the 768, and now there's a 775 coming. It's nice to see though that there is an evolution to this chipset, and I'm curious as to how much better this one's going to be. It kind of makes me a little sad that we might not see a 768G in the Pixel 5, or now that this 775 is coming out, what they're going to use this in. But again, I've been using this Galaxy A71 with the Snapdragon 730, and it's been working pretty well for me. Um, it it has a hiccup like here and there, but it really isn't that bad. For the most part, I'm able to use it almost without any kind of issue. I would say 99% of the time I'm pretty happy with it. Um, and that like small 1% of a hiccup is really far and few between. So again, it gives me hope for the 765. It is nice to see the 775 chipset though. It just makes me a little sad that I'm seeing these new chipsets come out in the 700 series that will probably be better than what the Pixel 5 is going to have, and it'll be a little disappointing to know that, if Google doesn't use that. I mean, it is what it is, right? Um, but maybe it'll lower the price too. I don't know.